Dear students, now we see about cell organelles. Introduction. The cellular components are called the cell organelles. These cell organelles are membrane bound, present within the cells and are distinct in their structures and functions. They coordinate with their functions efficiently for the normal functioning of the cell. Few of them functions providing safe and support, whereas some are involved in the locomotion and reproduction of a cell. There are various organelles present within the cell and are classified into three categories based on the presence or absence of membrane. This slide shows cell organelles. Cells contain mitochondria, plasma membrane, microtubule, centrosome, microfilament, lysosome, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, secretory vesicle, peroxisome, vacuole, cytoplasm, Golgi vesicle, Golgi apparatus, chromatin, nucleolus, nucleus, rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, intermediate filaments. This slide shows the functions of cell organelles. Cell membrane. A double membrane composed of lipids and proteins present in both plant and animal cells. Function: provides safe, protects the inner organelle of the cell and acts as a selectively permeable membrane. Centrosomes. The structure of the centrosome is composed of centrioles and found only in the animal cells. It plays a major role in organizing the microtubule and cell division. The chloroplast, which is present only in the plant cell. The function of the chloroplast is carry out photosynthesis. Cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like substance which consists of water, dissolved nutrients and water products of the cell, responsible for the cell's metabolic activities. Next, endoplasmic reticulum. It is a network of membranous tubules present within the cytoplasm of a cell. Forms the skeletal framework of the cell, involved in the detoxification, protection of lipids and proteins. Golgi apparatus. It is a membrane-bound sac-like organelle present within the cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cells. It is mainly involved in segregation and the intercellular transport. Next, lysosome. It is a tiny circular-shaped single membrane bound organelle filled with digestive enzymes. The functions of lysosomes: it helps in the digestion and removes waste and digests dead and damaged cells. Therefore, it is also called as the suicidal bags. Next, we see about the mitochondria. The structure of mitochondria is an oval-shaped, membrane-bound organelle, also called the powerhouse of the cells. The main sites of the cellular respiration and involved in storage energy in the form of ATP molecules. Next, we see about the structure of nucleus. It is the largest double membrane bound organelle which contains all the cell's genetic information. It controls the activity of the cell, helps in cell division and controls the hereditary character. Next, we see about the peroxisomes. It is a membrane bound cellular organelle present in the cytoplasm which contains the reducing enzyme involved in the metabolism of lipids and catabolism of long chain fatty acids. Plastids. It is a double membrane bound organelle. There are three types of plastids. First one is leucoplast. It is a colorless plastid. Chromoplast, blue, red and yellow color plastids. Chloroplast is a green colored plastid. The function of plastids is It helps the process of photosynthesis and pollination, imports color from for leaves, flowers and fruits, and stores starch, proteins and fats. Next we see about the ribosomes. It is a non-membrane organelle found floating free in the cell cytoplasm or embedded within the endoplasmic reticulum, involved in the synthesis of proteins. Next, vacuoles. It is a membrane-bound, fluid-filled organelle found within the cytoplasm, provides shape and rigidity to the plant cells, and help in the digestion, excretion, and storage of substance. Next, we see about plant tissue system. A tissue is a cluster of cells that are alike in configuration and work together to attain a specific function. Different types of plant tissues include permanent and meristematic tissues. This slide shows the different types of plant tissues. Terminal tissues. It's again divided into epidermis, periderm. Crown tissues. It is again divided into parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Vascular tissues. It is again divided into xylem and phloem. First we see about parenchyma. Cells are alive polygonal cells with a big central vacuole and have intercellular spaces. Parenchymatous cells create ground tissues and pits. Parenchymatous cells contain chloroplast are termed as chlorenchyma. The chlorenchyma helps in photosynthesis. Parenchymatous cells contain weak air voids is called aerenchyma. Buoyancy is the main purpose of the aerenchyma. Some parenchymatous cells perform as storage chambers for starch in vegetables and fruits. Next we say about collenchyma. Cells are stretched out living cells with minute intercellular gaps. Their cell walls are made up of pectin and cellulose. It is found in the marginal region of leaves and stems and offers flexibility with a structural framework and mechanical support in plants. Sclerenchyma. Cells are elongated dead cells with lignin deposits in their cell wall. They have no nucleus and intercellular gaps. Sclerenchyma is found in the covering of seeds and nuts around the vascular tissues in stems and veins of leaves. Sclerenchyma provides strength to the plant. Next we see about xylem. It helps in the transport of dissolved substance and water through the plant. The diverse components of the xylem include vessels, tracheids, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Xylem fibers and tracheids are made up of lignin, which provides structural support to the plant. Next we see about phloem. This tissue helps in the transportation of food all through the plant. The diverse elements of phloem include phloem fibers, sieve tubes, phloem parenchyma, and companion cells. Next and finally, protective tissues. They include the cork and the epidermis. First we see about epidermis. It is a layer of cell that making up an outer casing of all structures in the plant. The stomata perforate the epidermis at certain places. The stomata helps in loss of water and gaseous exchanges. Next, cork. This is the external protective tissues which substitutes the epidermal cells in mature stems and roots. Cork cells are lifeless and lack intercellular gas. Their cell wall are coagulated by suberin, which makes them impervious to gas and water molecules. Thank you.